Good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are joining us today. We are very excited to be having our first open meeting for the Public Health Alliance for Genomic Epidemiology, and we are streaming this session live as well. You would have seen from your program we have quite a lineup of speakers. And I think by way of introduction, I'm just going to start my slides at this stage. Um, and so for those of you that are new to PHA4GE, I just want to point out that it's been at least a year since we started this global alliance, and a number of our planned activities for the past 12 months has really been shaped in response to the crisis that we are all facing, namely the coronavirus pandemic. And so as a as a plan moving forward, what we foresee is that we will certainly reserve space in our calendars each year when we can have a meeting of this kind, so that we can bring together colleagues, collaborators, researchers within the space, so that we can talk about and also debate and reflect on how do we develop this ecosystem where we are trying to bring bioinformatics development into the public health space. And I think that we've seen many examples globally where a forum such as this could be the ideal space where we start to put forward standards, where we start to put forward protocols, which we then would try and align with what public health needs. And so I think today's lineup of speakers is certainly one step in that direction. And what you will hear about is some of the activities that PHA4GE working group members have been working on. And I think if we foresee, and we certainly do have this vision of this being a global community, I think that we could very easily see ourselves as positioning various driver projects um, in the next meeting that we have in 2022. And so I think with that in mind, for those of you that have been new to this consortium, I just wish to just remind you again that when many of us were discussing and brainstorming how best do we galvanize the community in order to bridge this gap between what is happening in the academic bioinformatics development space and the implementation science that's happening in the public health space. We've settled on a number of working groups, and it is really this engine room which carries out a lot of the activity that stitches together the work that we are doing within PHA4GE. And I would just remind you again, if you look at to the left of my slide, there are certainly a couple of objectives which we try to achieve, and some of them are more measurable than others on the short term. But really, what we're really wanting to see is that public health laboratories exploit and utilize routine sequencing as a way of accelerating the production of health data that can inform a public health response. We have, with each of our working groups, we are very keen to make sure that we promote standards, the ability to reproduce workflows. And I think really in this past year, we've really seen a need to streamline our activities in order to strengthen surveillance, but also improve our capacity to produce a timely outbreak response. And so what I do hope that comes out of the sessions that you would listen to this afternoon would be just again an opportunity for you to see either how we as individuals or as organizations could plug into the activities of PHA4GE. And we are excited by a number of individuals that have signed up as members of PHA4GE. But even beyond that, we have seen very productive engagements with organizations who feel that the activities which they embark on is closely aligned to what we are trying to achieve in PHA4GE. And so I would definitely encourage you to contact us, sign up, and let us explore ways in which we can work together. And there's certainly a lot that needs to be done. We are currently very much working with SARS-CoV-2 data, but let's not forget that our public health systems are strained globally, far beyond the work that we are doing on SARS-CoV-2. And I think the PHA4GE platform provides an opportunity for us to engage on a number of fronts. There are some housekeeping rules that I just want to go through with you. And the one is that I will welcome each presenter, and I just want to remind you that we have a Q&A session. So if you look at the bottom of your Zoom screen, there'll be a button there you can click on for questions. And I encourage you to submit your questions through that. One of the PHA4GE Secretariat members, Ranga, will monitor that. And at the end of each presentation, she will select a few questions and pose that to the speaker. And so we are conscious of time, but we also don't want to stifle the opportunity to have a discussion after each presentation. And so I think that is going to be the exciting part. We look forward to engaging with you. And thank you very much for being a part of this open meeting.